Account and Customer Service Manager at Iowa Land Records. I'll do a demo of the new eSubmission website today for you. We'll answer all the questions at the end, so feel free to pop those in there and we'll go ahead and get started. So the new site looks a little bit different, updated, refreshed, and I hope that you find the new workflow updated and refreshed and easy to use too. So I'm going to sign in with my username in our test site, and you'll see that it looks a little bit different. Home screen still looks a little bit the same. You'll still see all your pending groups. You won't see all the information at the top, but rather information is on the side in the welcome modal here. We will use this site or this part of the screen if we have announcements for you, some scheduled maintenance, or if we have a county that is experiencing some technical difficulties and unable to process docs right now. So keep that in mind if you log in and you see important information over here. We also have all of our contact information here, and where you can click right here to go to our resource page on the Iowa Land Records site. So it's going to pop over there in a second. So you can see all of the things that are here, and we will be adding updated training content in the near future. Our team of Katie and Leah are continuing to work on that. So back to the home screen. My plan today is to work across the menu bar, talk about all of the items there, and then go into the demo of how you submit documents, how you resubmit documents if they are declined or if there's a fee change. So again, if you have questions, put those in the chat pod and we will respond to all of those. So clicking home always gets you back to this screen where you'll see your pending groups. Just like in the legacy system, pending groups here need your attention. They're either in a declined status or fee change status or in progress, indicating they have not been submitted. Change password, clicking here takes you to a new screen where you can update your password. It shows your current password, and you can click the I here so that you can see what that password is. If you elect to change your password, you will need to have a stronger password, a more secure password. Clicking this information icon tells you what some hints. So you have to have a good or a strong password. So one word such as password will not work. Keep in mind you should use a combination of upper and lowercase letters, codes, special characters so that you have a strong password. The system will not allow it. So your username and password will transfer from the current system, legacy eSubmission, to what the new system, which we are calling 2.0. We will return to the search menu item after groups have been submitted so you can see how that works. If you're an admin on your account, that role transfers to the new site, and you have a few different options here. So the menu doesn't go down the left side now, it goes across the top. If you're an admin, if you click on admin, you can see submitter information. This is all of the information about your organization. Selecting edit here opens the fields that you can edit on your organization. Some of these you cannot edit. You can't edit the organization name. You can't edit this account number, which is not a bank account number, but actually the account number within eSubmission for you. You can edit the address. You can easily edit the address if you want to, and work down through all of these. There's a couple new things in eSubmission 2.0. We have a primary document processing phone number and email. So the person that you would like us to contact if we have questions about eSubmission. And always selecting save will save that information, take you back to up here. If you're an admin, you can see submitter payment information. Again, selecting edit opens up the fields that are editable by you. With the last name, the first name, the email address, the address for your organization, or actually the billing address for the financial institution has on file. So if you have a credit card that you're using for payment, it's important that the credit card billing address matches what is in here for verification purposes. and you can update your payment information down here if that's necessary. And again, always selecting Edit to open the fields. And then if you're an admin, you can open up Users. Provides you with a list of all of the users on your account, and you can sort those by clicking any of these arrows. So if we click here, there, we've got them in reverse alphabetical here. You have their roles, their status, their email. You select Edit. It opens up here so you can change their first and last name, their email address, their role, or you can't change their status. You can also update their password by clicking the circular arrow here. And again, it brings up this screen. So you assign a temporary password, and then the user needs to log in within 30 minutes and update that password, and then delete. So if you don't want this user to have access to eSubmission anymore, they have moved on to another opportunity, you can select delete and remove them from your account. I caution you from deleting anyone until you confirm that all groups that they have submitted for recording have either been recorded or deleted. Once the username is deleted from the system, you won't have access to those anymore. So keep that in mind. Somebody moved on to another opportunity. You don't want them to have access to eSubmission anymore. Before deleting them, I'm going to encourage you to select Reset, update their password so they don't have access to it anymore, and then you can clean up those groups if necessary. And then one more as an admin, reports. So select Settlement Report here. And so you can use this for reconciliation. And if we did everything for, I'll do everything for this year so far. You can only do 31 days here, but it generates immediately. The blue bar tells you that it is working. You can export this report to any of these formats. And it's kind of wide for the screen, but you've got all the information that you were used to seeing in eSubmission Legacy, and also the book and page information is included, so you can tell if you're looking at the right document. And you can export this and use it for reconciliation. You can't go back more than 18 months. In eSubmission, back to users, you can also add a user. And when you do that, you select their username, complete all this information, and then select the role. There's a new role in eSubmission 2.0 called Accounting. It allows anyone who is not going to be submitting documents but wants to use eSubmission to generate the settlement reports for reconciliation or to update the payment information. You can assign them this accounting role. They will not be able to submit documents. So they only have those two things. Also, new in eSubmission 2.0 is if you want all documents within a group to have the same party name, you select that here in Preferences. So it's not on each group, but the group names are not the group names. The party names are always editable. So if you're always submitting deed packages, I would encourage you to check yes here. If you're submitting a large group of mortgage releases, so you're submitting 10 releases to a county for different names, I would encourage you to say no. So we can talk more about that. If you have questions, you're always welcome to reach out to our office. And with that, here's the perfect segue. If you have support questions, this resources takes us to the training page that we looked at previously. And again, that will become more robust in the near future. And then customer support, how to reach out and contact us. support@claris.com, here's our phone number or our mailing address. And then sign out always takes you here. So we're gonna go back to home and go into the demo of how the site works. So in Legacy eSubmission, you selected Add Group. Now you're selecting New Submission, selecting the county, choosing the group name, and save. You don't have to select Add Document. It automatically opens for you. You're selecting the document type, assignment of mortgage, finding the image. This is where it changes a little bit. You're attaching the image. As soon as I select Save, watch this fee summary area. You'll see that the fees populate. So it's automatically populated based on the number of pages in the document. So I'm going to add another one here. And you'll see now that this will update as soon as I select Save. You'll see that it updated. And then the party modal pops up, so I can add that information and then select Save. The rules are the same: grantor or grantee, person or organization. Select the correct one from the drop-down menu and select Save. The party information populates here. There is only room for one party in eSubmission 2.0. That's all that is required. The county will index based on the information on the document. So it's not necessary for you to include John, his wife, his children, his partners, whoever. You only need one so that the county can look at this information and determine that the image that they are reviewing is the correct one because John is listed there. If you're submitting a document that does not have a grantor or grantee, so maybe it's an affidavit of non-transfer, a statement of fact, enter one party name here, again, so the county can reference it. You can always select Edit here to update the party. So this is Mary, and that will update automatically. You can also delete this party. When I do this, it's going to tell me that one party is required, and so I can add that one and save. You have an opportunity to send a note down here to the recorder if you have questions that, or you want to provide some special instructions. If it's a real complicated matter, I'm always encouraging you to pick up the phone and call the recorder and tell him or her what's going on. So call the county, tell them what's going on, and then that's ready to go. So if everything's good here, select Add Document, add the next document here, select the image, save. The fees calculate automatically, and the name is filled in. It's because I have yes selected in my preferences. If everything is good here, you can do Review Group. Look at this, make sure that everything's done. Up here in the group list, you can see that webinar has a lock next to it, this group, so that I know this is the one I'm working on. Nothing will be deleted. So if you get called away and you have to walk away from this, sign out of eSubmission, or get signed out because you walked away, this information will be saved. In progress, as a reminder, always means that the group has not been submitted. So I'm going to go ahead and you can change the county here. As long as it has not been submitted, you can change the county. And if everything looks good, submit group here or submit group here, because all the conditions in the group have been satisfied. You can select submit group. As soon as I select this, there will be a green message that displays that says it has been submitted successfully. So another new group here, select the county, name the group, add the first document. I'm going to add a deed. The auditor transfer fee on all conveyance documents, there are 5: deed, warranty deed, contract, quitclaim deed, and contract. Always defaults to 1. You may enter any number you like here, but by Iowa law, the most you can be charged is $50, so for up to 10 parcels. The real estate value is entered here, $95,000. The exemptions are selected exactly the same currently. So if you're not paying, let's say this is a deed in fulfillment of a contract, you would select the deed fulfilling contract here. You would select those exemptions, find the image, select save. All of the fees calculate over here for you, so you can make sure that looks correct. Add the name, And then here's a new feature that this is not in production yet, but it's coming very soon, I think. The total group fees will calculate over here to the on this bar. So I'm going to go ahead and add some additional documents to this group. So I'm adding another deed. The number of auditor transfers defaults to 1. I'm adding the value and selecting the file. So my changes have been saved. My fee summary is updated for this document. The party is updated. I'm going to change this to Jane. The system's telling me that I need the DECA value and the groundwater. So I'll add those next. Add the document, the DECA value, browse for the file. You can see there's no fees because this is the declaration of value. Still telling me I need the groundwater. I'll add that. No fees. Again, the name is completed. I'm adding one more document. I'll add a power of attorney in here. I'm going to review the group now before I submit it, make sure everything looks good. By selecting this submission number, you can see the information that you have provided. You can always edit that. And it will automatically update. You can click this icon to look at the image, and this is working. So remember that I'm using some real random documents in here. You can change the order. So remember in Legacy eSubmission, if you wanted to change the order of the documents, you clicked the arrows up and down to get them in the right order. Now it's a simple drag and drop. So we can get this power attorney up to the top very quickly to make sure that that all goes through. You can still change the county. You cannot call a document or group back. So if you submitted something in error to the county, please call the county. Don't call our office. Don't email our office. Call the county. Ask to have it declined. Some of the counties are very quick about processing documents, so I would encourage you to be on top of that if you realize that you've submitted something in error. It's very hard to have something removed from the record if it is recorded in error, and it's very hard to have those fees refunded. So if everything looks good, it's the same submit group, and you can do that here at the top or down here at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and do submit group. All right, let's talk about some of these other things that are in pending. So I've got this group right here with all these documents in it, and I've decided this is a big error and I'm not going to record this group. In Legacy eSubmission, you would have logged in, found the group, edited the group, and then edited each document to decline it. The process is very streamlined in eSubmission 2.0. Click this trash can and you easily get rid of that document. It tells you, are you sure you wish to delete this? It cannot be undone. Yes. And you can continue here by doing that for each document, but you know this is the group you're working on because it's locked. And right here, you can select delete in the group list and get rid of the entire group. So you don't have to do all the clicks. We think it's really user-friendly, we think it's really streamlined, and we really want your feedback on this. So if you see something today as you're going through the webinar or as soon as you start using it, we want your feedback. Try to break it. So are you sure you want to delete? Absolutely, and it's gone. Next, how to resubmit documents that have been declined. So same process, the group is here on the home screen, click the pencil so that, or the group name, that's the active link now so you can edit. You can see that both of these have been declined. You submitted those documents, they went to the recorder declined, the recorder enters comments, and by clicking the submission number, you can see why the recorder declined it. The notary stamp is missing. That information is also included in the email that you should have received. So that you've got that information and you know what to do, but you can always come here and find it. The format of the decline, fee change, and recorded document emails will be changing. It will be updated much like this. So you'll see that coming in the coming weeks. So to correct this, you've got the notary stamp. You're going to select edit of the document, find the new file, the one that you got that has the with the notary stamp on it, and select save. So again, it's edit, find the new file, and select save. And then that one goes into the status of resubmission, so you know it's ready to go. Repeating it here, so you've clicked on the home, the group name to open it, the document details open up, you find it here, you select edit. Oh, you look at the history to know what's going on. They are asking you to have it scanned in black and white. Doc formatting does not change with eSubmission 2.0. It's still black and white, portrait orientation, 300 DPI. If you ever have a question about an image, if it's acceptable, if you email that to our office, we'll be happy to take a look at that. You can use the support email. So you've scanned it, you've made it look better. Edit here, browse, find the new. If there's a fee change, you submit a document for recording, it comes back to you that there's a fee change. It will display here in the pending groups. Everything in the pending groups needs your attention. It's your to-do list. I would select the group name to open the group. You see the documents here. You see the group name here. You see the total fees here. I'll be excited when that moves to production. Excuse me. Okay, click the submission number. Roll down here. You can see that the fees changed from 30 to 35. $5 is another auditor fee. Take a look at that. You see that here. If you agree, the current process is to select edit and then save. That will change. We had a long conversation about the workflow the other day. So that will change, but currently it's edit and then save to say, yes, I agree with those fee changes. I think in time you'll be able to click on something that says, yes, I agree with that. So that goes back up here. Now it's in resubmission. And now for the second one, click the submission number. See that the fees change from 10 to 24. So that's another additional transaction. Oh, here, I'm sorry, it's here. From 24 to 17. So it went down by 1. So edit and then save. Okay. I'm going to take opportunity here real quick to talk about two document types, affidavit of transfer. Remember, those convey property. So it goes from A and B to A. Okay, sometimes seen in a affidavit of surviving spouse. Affidavit of non-transfer does not convey property. It is a statement of fact. My name is Lisa, this is where I live, and I have not been spreading rumors about Jane or something like that. So it's a statement of fact. Often we see those with townhome or condo associations that say, hey, Lisa's selling her house and she has paid all of her association dues. So keep those things in mind. Again, questions, let us know, or call the county. We'd be happy to help you. Additional transactions. So it is not the additional documents that you are putting in a group. So you've got a deed, a deck, a groundwater, and a mortgage. There's not additional transactions on the deed as the first document in the group. Additional transactions is when there are more than one transaction on a page. You're doing multiple assignments, so you're assigning a whole bunch of mortgages to a different bank, or you are assigning many leases. We see that with the wind turbines on occasion. Or you paid off 2 mortgages for somebody, so as the person at the bank who's submitting the release, you've got a first and a second mortgage that you're releasing for our friends John and Mary Smith. You can put both of those on the same document, but the county will charge you the additional $7 for the transaction, just as if you had submitted 2 documents. So, but okay, so off my soapbox there. If everything looks good here, you've accepted all of the fee change, you'll do Submit Group right there. Onto the search function now that we've done all the submissions. And then when we're done with search, we're going to come back and answer questions. So if you have questions, pop those in a chat pod and we'll work through those. Search is here. You can select by recently recorded. So if you receive the email that documents have been recorded, you'll log into eSubmission. At the home screen, you can select search and then recently recorded. That will display here. The email notifying you that groups have been recorded still points to the legacy site, which you are absolutely welcome to use that, but you should also maybe consider saving this new URL to your favorite so it'll be easier for you to get to. And again, your username and password and your payment information will transfer to this new site. If you experience troubles, please let us know so we can help you through that quickly. So this is the deed you're looking for. You're selecting the submission number and then review document, and then you can download it if you've got it in your system. You can open it or you can save it, whatever works best for you and your organization. So that's recently recorded. If you wanted to search by group name, you can do that. So we're going to type in webinar January. Search. There's the groups that I submitted have those names. So those are already, you know that they're out there. You can see they're all in ready for recorder status, indicating the county has been notified and they are out there for them to review. And then you've got submission number. So let me copy this one if I knew the submission number, or you've got that information in an email, you can do that. You can copy it and paste it here. Does not like copy for some reason. So we'll work through that. Search by county. So if I wanted to search by Adair County, submission date, and I'll search by everything submitted. I'm going to open that up a little bit wider. And then search. And it provides you a list of everything and the status that the documents are in. And you can sort this by the county. So we use almost exclusively Adair County for submitting. The group name, the document type, if you're looking for a specific document, the status, so county index paid or county index indicate the document's been recorded. Ready for download, that indicates to us that the county has recorded it or has reviewed it, approved it, and they're pulling it into their local system to add indexing information. Ready for recorder, it's out there ready for them to review. Then we have stamped, indicating that they put the stamp information on it. It's just working through the payment process. So I think we have touched on everything. I'm going to go to Katie and Leah to ask them. Okay. Heidi, is there still the percentage charge on the total when paying by credit card? And it is not showing here because I'm set up as a bank account. That is absolutely correct. And it's the 1.865% of the total fees before the e-submission fee. So it's not charged on the $3 e-submission fee. The $3 e-submission fee has not changed, and I don't see that changing for the foreseeable future. If you're currently using a credit card and your firm would like to change to a bank account, we'd be happy to help you make that change. There's one change that needs to be made on our end prior to you being able to update to a bank account in the e-submission service. More questions, anyone? Something else you would like to see me demonstrate? And to Katie and Leah, did I miss anything? So Katie's saying all set. She will follow. What is the new URL, Brenda? That's coming to you in an email as soon as we're done here. I would tell you that we released the URL to a small group of early adopters prior to the Christmas holiday. That was after extensive testing in our staging environment by our team. We did everything possible to break this. We want this to be a good experience for you. We had a focus group that we worked with last April to make sure that we were hitting everything that we thought you wanted, and we came away with some really good ideas from that. Phil Denchi, our project manager, demonstrated this to groups in 52 counties across the state this fall, and everything was well received. We've probably got 150 to 200 people, users out there using it that have participated in the webinars to date, and feedback is absolutely fabulous. So we hope you like it. We're super excited about it. We will continue to work on it. There's a few things that we want to make a little more robust for you. And then when this is complete, we will be working to update the Iowa Land Records search site to make that a little bit more user-friendly. So last call for questions. Anything else you want me to demonstrate? I do hope you'll use it. I do hope you'll ask questions. And thank you everyone for participating today. We've recorded this webinar, so it's out there for you to review, to share with your colleagues. We have an FAQ document that's ready to go, and we're working on a more robust training guide that will be coming to you shortly as well. Thanks everyone. Have a really good day, and I'll look forward to working with you.